Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Chris Wall.
And I'm Sydney Fletcher.
And our Feel Better habit this week is on daily cardiovascular exercise. There are a variety of different strategies when it comes to cardiovascular exercise.
There are great benefits associated with cardiovascular exercise. After the video, be sure to check out 6 different cardiovascular routines we've created for you to try. And as always, feel free to schedule a coaching session with us if you have any questions or need any help.
If you plan on doing 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise per day, you will be rewarded with a myriad of health benefits. Cardiovascular training refers to your heart and the blood vessels. This training will keep those structures healthy and fit. By adding more cardiovascular training, you will strengthen the walls of the vessels, which will combat against atherosclerosis, as well as help increase the size of the heart chamber. More cardiovascular exercise improves how we deliver oxygen to the cells and will build more mitochondria in the cells. The mitochondria are the structures within the cells that carry oxygen and store oxygen. The more mitochondria you have, the healthier your cells will be. A healthy cell makes a healthy person. It goes without saying that increasing physical activity increases blood flow throughout the body. You've heard of the concept of warming up. Increasing movement of fluids throughout the body and blood moving to the extremities after a long period of sitting is crucial for delivering nutrients and oxygen throughout the body. Creating muscle pumps from the lower extremities is the method to return blood to the heart and helps with reducing swelling in the lower extremities by activating the lymphatic system. Removal of lower extremity inflammation by the process of cardiovascular training is a key contributor to decreasing hypertension. Adding 20 minutes of cardiovascular activity to your daily life will also help with memory, cognition, and attention. This can be a great strategy if you feel you have lost focus and need to recall and think of unique ways to tackle unique problems. You may also have heard that adding just 20 minutes per day of cardiovascular exercise releases endorphins responsible for enhancing your mood, combating anxiety and depression, and even helping eliminate pain. Here are 2 types of cardiovascular training that you can try. The first is steady-state cardiovascular training, and it is the one you are probably most familiar with. Steady-state training refers to performing activities with a steady level of intensity. In most cases, physical activities are considered steady-state. The key component that keeps an activity steady-state is that you can maintain performing it without having to take a break. When the intensity is low, you should be able to carry a normal conversation and sustain that for a long period of time. We consider this subthreshold intensity steady-state training. Examples of steady-state activities are walking, biking, cross-country skiing, going for a leisurely swim, or going for a jog. The second one is interval cardiovascular training, and it is activity that requires stops and starts. You perform a bout of activity for a desired period of time, and then take a break. That activity can be lower threshold, like doing chores, carrying heavy objects from the garage to the house, or even gardening. However, we can also do interval training that has higher levels of intensity, these short bursts of intensity. Most workout programs, like weightlifting, are considered interval. It requires you to exercise for 30 to 60 seconds and usually requires a longer rest break to help you be able to sustain more work the next time. Sometimes that rest break can be as high as 2 minutes, depending on the complexity and intensity and velocity of that exercise. High-intensity interval training requires almost full return to rest. This is usually judged by your heart rate or your ability to carry on a conversation. Sometimes, in the case of weight training, we need 2 to 3 times the amount of rest as compared to the time exercising. That way, the body has a chance to restore its energy levels for more work. So if adding more cardiovascular exercise to your daily life is so beneficial, and if you're planning on choosing this habit, here are a few ways that you can ensure that you will stick to this plan. First of all, grab a set of headphones. Headphones are a great way to get you to engage in things that you love. music, podcasts, and audiobooks are a great way to shift away from your daily work requirements and do the things you love. Add your 20 minutes by going outside. Getting fresh air, being in nature, and absorbing some vitamin D will give you an added boost of energy. Grab a buddy. Having a great conversation and catching up on what's happening outside of work is a wonderful way to stay engaged with your friends and colleagues. And use the TV. Binge-worthy television shows and movies have been a way that you can add physical activity if you're planning on catching up on your shows. Remember, it isn't ideal, but better always beats perfect.